What is up, you guys? It is Steve Fortin Beast making a late night video for you guys. So, I just did a video on red pill awareness versus blue pill versus God pill. So, I just wanted to kind of come at you guys with an angle of what I meant by red pill and what red pill was for me way back in the day because I did it unknowingly. So, although we don't think about it often, as a junior high school kid, I started off as this kid that was, I was just kind of an outcast, just kind of crazy, loved doing drugs, loved drinking, right? And I didn't have a lot of. Every time I go for a girl, I get rejected, and I went for the same girl for quite a long time. Uh, and I ended up changing my ways. So whenever I was about, I would say about 16, I got an LTR, long distance. Totally fell in love with that girl, stuff like that. And I knew I loved her because I didn't even get to meet her for the first year. But uh, starting whenever I was 17, cheated on her a few times, did a few things. And whenever that ended, I just kind of went and I started talking to multiple girls. And I even started talking to multiple girls before me and her broke up. That was one of the main reasons why her and I broke up. Cheated on her 3 times with twice with the same girl, once with a different girl. So it was kind of crazy. I'm 30 now. I'm no longer like that young, but back in the day, I did start exercising my options. And I would talk to multiple females at one time, bro. I just be talking like 8 or 9 females. I mess around with a lot of girls back in the day. My body count is only 8, so I wouldn't say that it's super high. But I mess around with a lot more women than I did having sex with them. And I say this for this reason. I used to be able to spit really good game, talk to multiple women. A lot of them were actually older women. I don't know why they were cougaring after me. Doesn't mean I had sex with them, but I was able to talk to multiple women at one point and just kind of hold it down and mess around with a lot of them. And so I'll tell you the difference back in the day. So I got heartbroken whenever I was 18 with that girl. Bam, bam. After that had happened, I went ahead and just kind of went. I got in another relationship, but in that relationship, I was also just pursuing other women at the same time. Messed around with quite a few different girls. Didn't have sex with them, but I did keep my options open. And I did, it's kind of like the heartbreak factor. Whenever you get heartbroken, you're kind of like not committing. You kind of miss that one girl. That's just the way it kind of goes. I wouldn't say it was necessarily simping because I didn't send her a lot of money or nothing like that, but it was one of those relationships where, um, there was not a lot of, it was toxic. It was puppy dog love. It was something that, as an older man now, I wouldn't deal with. So whenever I say I was more red pill or red pill aware, I mean that, yeah, bro, I was a bigger dude. I was like 260, 270, and I was mainly body, like I had mainly a lot of body fat on me, not a lot of muscle like I do now. So I had to spit game, and how I could spit game was I had a lot of girls that were friends, but I was able to, you know, unbeknownst to me, man, I think it was just naturally, but I was just able to make out with these chicks, go to parties with these girls, like just unknowingly. I think it was because I was kind of like a funny dude. I could make girls laugh. I could do like crazy things. I kind of was a clown, but it worked out in my favor, meaning that I didn't just clown on myself, but I was able to make girls laugh, girls like me, things like that in that nature. And it really helped me out. That was the way that I spit game. I was more like the gesture and the outcast dude. I was the gesture and the outcast. I wasn't a bad dude for a while. I would say I was actually pretty decent human being, but I would I was just able to talk myself in with these girls, I would be able to just be like, "Oh, hey, blah blah blah," make them laugh. We'd be making out, things like that, get numbers. It wasn't that hard. Now that I'm a 30-year-old man, I got more muscle mass stuff. It seems like it's harder, maybe just because women's standards have gone up, woke culture. But how I know I was red pill aware is I did come from a mindset of, hey, there's more than this girl and this girl out there, you know? So I would talk to multiple women at one time. I would take it or leave it. I go like hang out, go party, and I would just go and do my thing, you know, with a lot of these women. Didn't have to take them out on a lot of dates, but I did, you know, invite them over to my house, my crib, wherever I was at the time, and it was just like it was just like a, it was like a natural thing that happened, bro. Maybe I wouldn't want to say that I was naturally like alpha male, but I was definitely more of the like, you know, sometimes I just didn't give a shit about what was going on because that's what drugs and alcohol will do to you. And so I would just go after and pursue these women, and a lot of them reciprocated back, man. Didn't have sex with a lot of them, but I was able to mess around, kind of get to know what female nature was. And some of it was like, you know, sometimes women get off on, oh, the feelings sort of thing. So you learn how to navigate feelings, you learn how to navigate, I guess, on because women can be manipulative. You learn how to navigate and be manipulative too. It's just a part of the game, bro. That's what I'm really gonna tell you. Sometimes manipulation in the red pill is part of the game because you got to think these women are trying to manipulate you, and so if you happen to out manipulate them, or you offer them something, you have a little bit of money. Not, I've never paid for sex or anything like that, but say you have a little bit of money, they tend to gravitate you to you a little bit more. They're like they want to talk to you, they want to hang out with you, they want to do things with you, and then the next thing you know, it's just it just kind of comes naturally. If you're funny, that works in your favor as well. I don't think red pill awareness goes against funniness, but don't be putting yourself down in order to get the girl that you want. Be confident, but be funny. Be I wouldn't say be yourself, but be the funny guy, be the fun loving guy, but don't do it at your own expense. And so how I do red pill is this, man. If like one girl was like, no, I don't want to hang out, I just go hang out with another girl that was available at the time. That just like, whenever you're younger, you tend to have a little bit more acquaintances and people like that. If one homie is busy, you hit up the other homie. And you're like, bam, bam, bam. That's just the name of the game, right? And the thing is that I was pretty much in a way of exercising my options, but it wasn't for self improvement. That's where I say I wouldn't be red pill. Is I was partying a lot, I was doing a lot of drugs, stuff like that, and so that didn't really help me in my pursuit. I feel like if I would have started self improving better, started getting my physique up, started getting my status up, started getting my finances up a lot sooner, I think it would have fared well a little bit more for me. But your boy didn't, and whenever I did get an opportunity, some other things happened, and your boy went off the deep end with the with that liquid ice, that yellow, So that did not help me in any way. Didn't even really care about anything else, man. Honestly, whenever I was on that, that's another story. I was just able to navigate the dating scene, the girl scene a lot easier within the friend group. I was able to talk to multiple women. I was able to get down and not really care. There were a few times where your boy had gone in deep with a few girls, and he was, pretty heartbroken about it. But then I would jump back. I would come back from that, and then I start talking to another girl and talking to another girl, and I, talking to like 3 or 4 girls at a time, man. No, that's no cap, bro. Back in the day, which I think that was an accomplishment for me. back in the day, I was able to do that. Now I'm more focused on, okay, how is a girl going to fit my life? Do I have the time to spend on multiple females? Not really, but it's a cool concept. And even if I'm not going to have sex with them, it'd be cool just to get in there as a man and start talking to these females, because you're going to see things through the perspective. They're females that like you potentially will see you with other females and really like, they'll be like, oh, is he too good to talk to me? Females are like that, bro. And it happens to work a lot of times. They'd be like, oh my gosh, he's talking to this and this girl, but he hasn't been talking to me. So then they'll kind of insert themselves, they'll start talking to you, things like that. And then next thing you know, you're talking to a few females. You got a few females that are lined up. Maybe even if it's just for dating or casualness, they're going to bring something to the table because they know that you got like two or three other girls that you're talking to. That's what I realized. Whenever I had two or three other girls I was talking to, man, it seemed like, the other females just came floating by and like seeing that. Like, no, like there was no, there was no problem there. It's whenever I went into the God pill that I kind of started, because it kind of goes with the blue pill, but it kind of doesn't, right? Because I went from a complete 180. I was like, yeah, man, I got to be the really good, nice, decent man. And there for a minute, I even just focused on myself. I didn't even focus on females. I focused on myself, focused on my relationship with Christ. That was back in probably 2015 to about 2019. Still made mistakes. I would occasionally drink. Even stole some pills from a friend of mine. That actually, he didn't need them, but he needed them, sort of deal. I did a few things that were kind of crazy. I even tried to kill myself twice while I was following Christ. Wouldn't recommend it. That's why I got these tattoos on my arm. Bam, bam. Hold on. Can you see that? I don't know. It just says redeemed, and it has 2 dates where I failed, and I said I would never try that again, which I haven't. I don't feel suicidal anymore, especially not over a female. Your boy doesn't do that anymore. But what I'm saying is that if you want to talk to multiple females, you talk to one, other girls are just going to kind of gravitationally come towards you and want to talk to you too. If you're the guy that just kind of stands out, talks to one female, you don't really, and even if it's in a social gathering, be part of the social gathering. Don't be the weirdo that just talks to the one girl that you're interested in. Go and talk to multiple people, man. That's probably helped me out the most. I'll get in these social gatherings. I talk to multiple people. And the truth of the matter is, not every girl's going to like you. Not every girl's going to be vibing with you. Just like not every homie's going to be vibing with you or liking you, bro. You just got to get used to the fact that some people just do not like you as a person. Some people just don't find you attractive. And that's okay. You can still be decent. You can still be kind. You don't have to, that doesn't mean you have to put up with their bullshit, but you can, of course, continue to have a level of decency and respect towards those people that don't want to be a part of your life. Whenever you talk to multiple girls, and this is from experience, I used to do it. Like, women happen to just think that that's crazy, and they will talk to you. And they may even ask you, so why do you talk to her? Why you always hang out with her? Blah, 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 blah. Trip them out. Be like, no, man, because I think they're cool. Like, you could lie or you could be honest. You could be like, I think she's a cool person. Oh, dude, yeah, I'm just trying to smash. Or, hey, man, yeah, I'm taking her out on dates too, man. Like, hopefully that's not a big issue, especially if you're in the God pill, man. It's like, shouldn't be a big issue if you're taking a few girls out. If you have that kind of money. If not, maybe it's better that you court one woman. But all I'm saying is that you could be red pill aware without even being red pill aware. The very fact that you'd be talking to multiple females, maybe not doting on them, but just kind of spitting game, inviting them over every now and then, chilling, and some things happen. That's being red pill aware. You're not spending too much money. You're not spending too much time with one female. You're exercising your options. And as long as you are going to be focused on still become the best man you can be financially, status wise, and self improvement wise, you will be in a red pill aware state. You will be able to do that. And I wish I would have done the other three pretty well because I was good at spinning game. I was good at talking to females. Where I wasn't good at was with the self improvement. Needed to do a lot more of that. Need to get my status up, and I should have been looking out for more financial stuff. I did get into business. It ended up not working out that well. So the money that I accrued should have been invested in certain places. That's why your boy went to federal prison. Should have put it in all into the trust account and it been like a regular business, and went ahead and made sure that, hey, the investors were taking care of it first, but overhead costs, salary, money. So should have done that a little bit different, but didn't, unfortunately. Learned a lot of valuable lessons there. I got mixed up with a few girls that I shouldn't have gotten mixed up with. Learned valuable lessons there. And at the end of the day, I've kind of learned what red pill is for my life. That means, yeah, I'm not going to spend like more time with one female. I'm going to go ahead and talk to multiple women. I'm not going to sit there and act like they don't exist. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not attracted to multiple females whenever I'm with a girl. That's just kind of crazy. If I go fully back to the God pill, which I haven't decided yet, I do believe, and let me be clear, I do believe in the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. I have been baptized into Christ for remission of sins and to receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. And I do know quite a bit, not just to my own horn, but I do know quite a bit about the Bible, about the scripture, enough to be like, it's just enough to mess you up. You can, kind of like how AA says, oh, you can never drink with a clean conscience again once you go to AA. Kind of the same way. You can't really sin with a clean conscience again whenever you go to church, whenever you're all in and you really believe. It kind of takes out the fun of sin if you're really like into it. Like conviction will pretty much eat you alive. You'll be like, gosh dang it, man. Like, why would I do that? Why do I do that? So, red pill awareness at this level in my life means, yeah, I talk to multiple females. I may take them on dates. I may just be getting to know them, how they would fit my life. But really, unless they're in a church building or at some sort of missionary event or a fundraiser that is for Christian people, I probably don't need to talk to them. Girls in the world, probably don't need to talk to them because there's a lot of different agendas. I'm not saying that I hate these people, right? Because I really don't. You'd have to get to know me to really realize like what I mean. Like I've talked to people from all different backgrounds, and whenever I say all different, I met all kind of people in my life, man. Like all sorts of people, and I would hope they could tell you, and I'm almost positive they could tell you that I do not hate people that come from a different background. They will tell you that I'm pretty intense and passionate about my own beliefs, but they'll say he doesn't hate me because I treat, like this is why I tell people, I treat the dude that may be in a relationship that I wouldn't necessarily agree with the same way I would treat the man in church. I treat them pretty much all the same, bro. I give respect to pretty much everyone I'm around. I try not to be a mean person to the best of my ability. There's a difference between being mean and being assertive. At sometimes you got to be assertive. You got to be able to put your foot down and say no, that you don't want to do that. You have to be able to do that with all sorts of people. But being red pill aware means that, hey, talking to multiple women, even if you have a girlfriend, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe you find out that you have a better compatibility with this other girl? And is it necessarily, and this is a question you guys can answer in the comment post. I'm not saying that you're just blindsided and you're like, yeah, bro, this is the one. No. What I'm saying is, as you're getting to know this girl, you're talking to her, blah, 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 you're finding out that maybe she's more of a match for you than the girl that you're in a relationship with. Is it morally wrong, unless you're married and you're in the God pill, don't do that. But is it morally wrong to be like, you know what, things aren't working out with Susie. I'm going to go ahead and go talk to Molly and see where this goes, you know? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you do it with grace and truth. If you've been courting the other girl for a while, though, and you thought maybe you'd marry her, but then you start talking to this other girl, you find out, bam, that you might be a little bit more compatible with her. I would question the whole time, like, okay, so what were you trying to do with the first girl? So, not saying you should just talk to one girl. I'm just saying that's how they are in the church world, and that's how they will probably view it if you were to do that. But I met many people have done that, and I don't think it's necessarily wrong to be like, hey, things aren't really where I want them to be with you. I'm going to go with this option. Make sure it's pretty reciprocal before you just make some crazy jump, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see any problem with that. So, with that being said, I believe red pill awareness can work out in the God pill, despite contrary opinion. Of course, you can't, like I said in my other video, you can't be in sexual immorality, or you shouldn't be. I'll put it to you right way. You shouldn't be having sex with women while you're in church, while you're following Christ. That is sinful. Fornication is sinful. Those things are sinful, okay? But if you happen to not be in a marriage relationship, you're just talking to this one girl, and then you start talking to like another girl or two, you find out that maybe this girl's a little bit more compatible with you as a person. I don't see the problem with you trying to move on and talk to that, or even take that girl out on a few dates and tell the other girl, hey, I know we've been talking for a little bit, but I'm kind of interested in this other girl, and I'm going to go ahead and take her on a few dates, see what she thinks about that. And she may not mind, or she may. A lot of church girls probably would. But that's for you to decide. With that, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to remind you guys to remember to live, and learn, because that is my main focus with this channel, is to get you jacked, baby. I want you to be able to be confident, be muscular, be strong, be the best version of you, brethren. But I also want you to go out, and I want you to be successful in the dating world too, just like I want to be successful. Your boy's going to probably start talking to a few females, see where it leads, and hopefully it leads to somewhere well and good. All right. Love you guys. Peace.